Yeah, yeah. RX back with another stream. This time it is Tuesday night, which means it's beginning of another fight week. This time, UFC 325 fight week. We back with another stream and start another week. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all are doing good on this fine, cold Tuesday night. I know I'm doing good, even though today has been a lazy day for me. So, live with you, gonna yap about 325, give kind of pretty much a breakdown for it. Talk about the fight news we've got over the last week, look at the rankings updates we haven't had to in a fucking month, so we'll look at that. And, yeah, no NFL to talk about. So I'm not 100% upset about that, so sweet. So first time since what, September? I think, like early September, that we've not had NFL to talk about, so that's not a bad thing. And, yeah, it's just UFC. NBA obviously is on, but we don't talk about it like that. Did make a trade in fantasy NBA today, nothing crazy. Got a Rumble this week, which I cannot fucking wait for. You know, I'm completely worried they're gonna fuck it up. But what I'm more than worried about than anything is, of course, always the UFC. So, gotta fucking talk about it, man. Another week, another fight week. I'm excited. Let's talk about it. What is going on in the fight league world today? We good? I think we're good now. I think we are good. Audio back. We're ready. Cool. Yeah, I get audio fucks up when I start screen share, but no big deal. We are back. We are up. And let's look at what we're talking about tonight. You know, we'll talk about this. Again, give my thoughts on those. We'll get the fight news, but I want to begin by actually talking about the rankings update for the week following 324. What are the rankings looking like after their first update in like a month? So, take a look, shall we? Some big ones, some minor one. This minor one, Josh Van jumping Dracus Duplessis in the pound for pound. Who cares? Alex Perez jumping Steve Erceg. Okay, I have no real issue with that. Zahavi jumping Figueiredo. I have no issue with that. Vinicius Oliveira jumping Talbot and Fawn a week out from his main event. Cool. Gene Silva moving up 4, jumping Allen, Zalal, Garcia, and Ortega. Why is Ortega still ranked in that division? He's not even in anymore. Yeah, cool. Nothing to really be upset about here. All fine. Then, yeah, lightweight. Obviously, Gaethje moves up to number 1, being the interim. Armand, Charles, and Max fall down. At middleweight, probably the most interesting. MVPs out of the top 15. Now Bruno Fieta takes that spot. I guess he cried his way enough to get a fight at welterweight for whatever fucking reason, so sure. Gushko jumps Reyes, sure, why not? And then what else we got? Tybura up 2, Derek Lewis down 2. Weird, but sure. Natalia Silva up to number 1. Alexa Grasso down to number 4. Jazz jumping Rose, and Maverick falling to number 10. Sure, I guess. And then that's that. So, yeah, nothing crazy. All very predictable shit or minor shit. The only thing that's really interesting is, again, the MVP. Again, I guess he did cry his way enough to go back down to welterweight for whatever the goddamn reason he wants to. That looks like what the case is here, because he is active. He's not injured. He's gonna fight on that London fight night later in the year. So, for whatever reason, they took him out of rankings. I would assume that he's going back down to welterweight, which is fucking stupid. So, but whatever. Besides that, nothing else. Can't complain. Makes sense. Cool. Not really much to say there. So, yeah. Basic, fine first update of the year. And, yeah, nothing to be pissed off about for once with the top 15. Don't worry, that changes. That changes plenty. Plenty. Trust me, every week they want to find a way to piss everyone off by doing stupid shit. And that's not what I'm talking about the UFC, just idiots who make the top 15s. So, take it as you will. Yeah, not really much else to say there. Basic top 15 updates. Not much else to say. Cool. Now, speaking of updates, let's get to the second thing we always talk about on Tuesdays. That be the fight news for the week. Last week, we ended off with, I believe, Jailin Almeida versus Mankuniev. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights since. By the way, I will be doing another fight announcement short tomorrow. Because I am very behind. So get ready for that tomorrow. I think I start here, so we'll go from here to whatever 10 would be. Chase Hooper, I think. So, there you go. But for right now, we got a couple fights to talk about since the last time we talked a week ago about this. Let's talk about it. I'm not gonna click on the post because that would fuck everything up. So I'll just do it like this. Beginning with Tommy McMillan versus Manolo Zecchini. Fine, easy debut for McMillan, trying to build the kid up. Sean O'Malley's protege, getting a layup against Zecchini, who's back after not fighting for 2 years. Cool, simple. We all know what that fight is. Next, Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson. Same thing, they're just giving a young guy a layup. Chase should beat Lance Gibson pretty easily. Gibson looked fucking horrendous against Bobby Green. Chase Hooper does suck, but he should be able to beat someone as garbage as Gibson. So yeah, pretty simple. Next, another can crushing. This one being Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. Eric Silva's still here. Last time we saw him was when he hurt his leg against Muhammad Naimov, which was like 2 years ago. He's like in his late 30s, so oh boy. Yeah, this is beyond a layup for Francis Marshall. He's gonna win this pretty easily, so yeah, not much to say there. Yeah, even easier than the other two, I would say. Next, our first stepping in for the year, I would say, or it feels like the first. Oh no, second actually, my bad. This was originally meant to be Austin Vanderfort. If I can find that real quick. Where the fuck is that one? Where's the Vanderfort one? God, it's buried back here. There it is. Obviously, this was originally meant to be Austin Vanderfort, but now stepping in for Mr. Van Zandt is Phil Rowe versus John Paolo Bucciani. I really don't look at this as much of a step up from Vanderfort. I would say probably a hair of a step up, not really a very significant one. Luciani should win this. Dude looked really good off Contender Series, so should win this pretty easily. Going from one easy win to what should be another. Not very much to say there. Respect to Rowe for stepping in, of course. Next, our first actual pretty decent fight. Still an easy one to predict. A pretty decent fight here. We have Chris Curtis versus Miktabek Orobai. Yeah, Orobai should win this one easily. Yeah, cool, fun fight probably, but yeah, this should be a layup for Orobai. Curtis is really old. He hasn't looked that good lately. Well, actually, I haven't seen him in a fucking year. Orobai is obviously the GOAT, the greatest. And yeah, he should win this pretty easily. I guess he's just taking out every fucking middleweight who fights at welterweight. Cool, not much to say. Next, the only female one of the last week, and actually it was a solid fight. Piera Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes. Yeah, that's an Apex prelim if I ever fucking heard it. Yeah, hard one to predict. I really don't trust Sam or Piera, so yeah. But I'm intrigued. Piera probably should have just been getting a top 15 fight, but instead of give her the Sam Hughes test, which she actually has a high possibility of failing. But we're gonna find out. That's a very decent Apex prelim. Winner probably is a top 15 fight. Next, to end off this row, we have a very weird fight. Andre Lima versus, I think it's Dong Ho Choi or something along those lines. I know it's Choi at the end. I don't remember his full name off the top of my head. No, Choi is not some random new guy. He won Road to UFC a year ago, and then now, actually in 2024, I believe. Now, finally making his debut, sadly fighting Andre Lima, which is a loss for Choi, because I think Andre Lima's pretty damn good. Is a step up for Lima in competition, even if it's a fucking nonsensical fight. And, but yeah, Lima, good fight. Better than Lima can crushing, like always. Fighting a decent young guy. Fine. Advanced in the Apex. Fine. Cool. Not much to say. Second to last, another replacement opponent. We have Dustin Jacoby versus Julius Walker. No, not added to 325. This is next week. Obviously, Dustin Jacoby was meant to be on 325 against Jimmy Crute. Crute pulled out, and I guess at the same time, Erhan Saltibaldia pulled out his fight with Walker. Then they just do Jacoby and Walker next week in the Apex. Cool layup for Dustin Jacoby. It was a layup for Erhan Saltibaldia. Julius Walker is pretty fucking terrible, and yeah, pretty simple. Not very much else to say there. And then lastly, the most recent fight booked, I think this was on Saturday, a few days now. We have Geoff Neal versus Euros Medic for Houston. Apparently, the word around is Neal said no to the Kevin Holland fight, which was the rumor, and now it's Medic and Neal, which is pretty fucking cool. Sucks Neal ducked Holland for no fucking reason, but whatever. Yeah, Medic knocking out Neal should be cool. Should be a fun fight. Shouldn't be a long fight. Hopefully they still find Kevin Holland a fight ASAP, because it's been too long without him having a fight booked. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Pretty damn good fight there. And there's that. That's the news cycle for last week. Not a whole lot. A few easy can crushings to begin to start us off. And we get some decent ones. This fight's decent. This is decent. This is kind of stupid, but whatever. Fine. Cool. Yeah, some good stuff. Some pretty decent stuff there. Nothing significant. Most of these are more than likely prelims. This is on the main card more than likely, and I think this is. Everything else is probably not. Maybe this will be as well. Everything else is gonna be a prelim, so no. Still good shit. I would like to learn the April main event for the pay-per-view. Can we get Gon PR already? Please. That'd be kind of neat, but whatever. Yeah, not really much else to say there. A few good fights, a few can crushings, whatever else in between, and there you go. So, pretty basic, pretty simple. There's our fight news for the week. Again, short out tomorrow, giving the next 10 from where we left off, so keep an eye out on that. And then that leaves one final thing to talk about tonight, and it's a long one. We have 14 fights to kind of break down to an extent. Just give my thoughts on, find my pick of who I think is going to win, not how they're going to win, so don't expect that. But I will give my thoughts on the fight and all that. So I'm not going to rant about this card. I did plenty on Sunday night, so let's not do that again. Let's talk about this just as what we got. So still don't think the card's good at all. I still think it's shit. But yeah, it's gonna be what it is, and let's talk about it, shall we? Not really too much else to say there. Let's get into it. 14 fights. Some will be long breaks, some will get longer segments than others, some will not. Beginning with the first fight of the night. And then again, Road to UFC fights. Don't overlook these. These are pretty decent, most of them. Beginning with Namsari Batbayar versus Aaron Tao. It's not Toe. No world is that Toe. It's Aaron Tao. I'm not going to talk about the betting odds till later in the week, till like Friday. So for right now, we'll just talk about the fight as is. And we begin with a decent one. Aaron, is it the most skilled one? No, I think skill-wise, this could be the weakest level one of the four. Batbayar, I don't think much of it is to Road to UFC wins. Aaron Tao is not good, but he's very entertaining and crazy. Yeah, this should be fun. Should be a fun way to begin the night. Win or lose for Tao, he should have a banger, and I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good one. Who am I picking here? I'm probably going on Tao. I think Tao's a little bit better. I don't think much about Bayar. I think he's the second worst fighter here in the finale fight, and I think Tao can just put a pace on him and beat him. So it should be fun though. I would not be shocked if Tao just gets pieced up like he did on Contender Series a few years ago and loses. But I just think he can put a pace and kind of break Batbayar to an extent and win. So give me Aaron Tao. Should be a fun fight. Again, Aaron Tao is, if he were to get signed, would probably be the most exciting flyweight on the roster. And yeah, Duke's decent. Not really. He's not decent, but the fight's decent. He's fun. Batfire. It's not a can, but I just don't really think much of him. And yeah, I'm probably gonna go Aaron Tao here. So there we go. Next, now we really get to the nitty gritty. Again, I talked about these on Sunday. Talk about them again. This and this one are two bangers to keep an eye on. I think these are two of the best fights on the card. We begin with the bantamweight finale. Sula Rangbo versus Lawrence Louis. This is a great fight. This is a great prospect battle. Two guys who look very UFC ready, very good. Rangbo, cousin of Sumadarji or something. He's much better than Sumadarji, for being honest, and younger as well. Lawrence Louis from CKB, very well-rounded, good fighter. This is a great fight. This is a great prospect battle. Easily could be a Contender Series level fight match. Yeah, I wish it would. I'm happy it isn't, because someone would lose and not get signed. So instead we get both guys getting signed, just who gets to win the hype. This is gonna be a banger. I'm very torn on this fight. I think both are good. I think both are very good. Rangbo has looked really good, got good power, good striking, just a good fighter overall. Lawrence Louis, same thing, very good fighter overall. This is gonna be a good one. Which way am I feeling here? I think I'm gonna go Sula Rangbo. I think he's just can be a little bit better of a fighter here. Again, I think Louis is good, but I think they might have a hole or two in his game a little bit more prevalent than what Rangbo has in his game problems-wise. And I might lean for Rangbo here, even though both are good. Both are very fucking good. I could see either one winning this. If this ain't a pick'em, fuck if I know why. But yeah, this is a banger, and as of right now, this is definitely one that could change throughout the week. But as of right now, I'm definitely feeling like leaning Sula Rangbo here. I think the kid's good. I think Lawrence Louis is good. If I have to make a pick right now, I'm feeling Sula Rangbo, but we'll see. We'll see. I can see this going either fucking way. Again, this is not a pick'em. I don't know why, but we're gonna find out later in the week. I can't wait. This is a great fight. I'm the best of the road to UFC finales. The next one is the best, but this one is very good. I can't wait. And right now I'm feeling Sula Rangbo. So we'll see if that changes throughout the week. I'm excited, and see what happens. But then we get to the third one, the best one. I would say easily the best prelim on the card. We have in our third fight of the night, our third tournament finale. This one at featherweight, the best one by far, because both these guys look more than UFC ready. The most UFC ready guys here. We have in our third fight of the night, our third prelim, the best prelim, our third finale fight, and the best one to see who gets the contract at featherweight and becomes a top prospect already. And I think even the loser will be a top prospect. We have Sebastian Cesle versus Kaimicho Nakamura. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be so fucking good, man. Again, easily the best prelim on the card. Fuck, I even made a case for it being one of the best fights on the card, and it is. Not even a case to be made about it. It just is. Sebastian Cesle is very good. Like I said the other night, and I've said since watching him fight, he reminds me of a mix of Volk and Gunnar Nelson, which is weird as fuck, I know, but that's just what I see for Nakamura. He tries to be Connor in his own fucking way, same stance to an extent and all that, so not terrible, very good fighter. This is just a high level fight. This is a high level road to UFC fight. I would say easily the best road to UFC fight we've ever had on paper or skill level, whatever the fuck you want to word it. I think both these guys are very good. Both are UFC ready right now. It sucks that one of them has to lose, but I can't wait for this fight. I think this is gonna be a fucking banger, and I'm not looking forward to picking this one either. But I think this is a hair easier to pick than the Louis fight. Not by much, but a hair. I'm gonna go Sebastian Cesle. I think he's the best fighter of this season. I think this dude's a legit problem. He's well-rounded, good. He's good. I think Nakamura is great. But I think in their two fights that I saw, I think Nakamura showed a little bit more chinks in his armor than Cesle. And yeah, I'm going to Cesle here. I just think he can be a little bit better here and get the win. But if Nakamura won, I would not be shocked at all. I think both these guys are very good and the two best fighters here. Just these four are all the best fighters here. Not saying they're not good fighters in this and the other one, but the four best. And again, I said it Sunday, I'll say it all week. If you want, even if you only get to watch two, make sure these are the two road to UFC fights this week you watch. The other two are good. These are the two to watch for sure, though. Yeah, give me Sebastian Cesle. I think he's just a hair better, can get the win, and I'm excited. So, best prelim on the card. I can't wait to give me Sebastian Cesle. So I like Nakamura, I think the kid's good. I just think he's a hair behind Cesle, so give me Sebastian. Give me the Aussie to get another win. And then we end with our final road to UFC finale. This one had lightweight. This one the least exciting, but I do think the guy in this fight is a little bit better than the flyweight ones. That's a debate to be made, though. We have in our final road to UFC finale, again, the lamest one in terms of entertainment. I think this fight's going to be boring, but, you know, it's what it is. We have in the lightweight finale, Dom Mar Vaughn versus Sang Yuk Kim. Street Buddha versus Frogman. This should be interesting. Yeah, this is the easiest one to pick here. This should be an easy one for Dom Marfan. Is the dude entertaining? No. Is the dude good? Yeah. The best way I could describe him, I said on Sunday, is he's an Australian Grand Dawson. Fights exactly the same, lay and pray, just fucking hugs the dude to death, but he knows how to do it. His striking is probably even less than Grant Dawson has, and yeah, he's not the most entertaining, but he knows how to win. He knows how to win. For Sang Yuk Kim, he's a veteran, he's a whatever fighter. He's not great. I think he's the worst fighter here out of the 4 finale fights. And I can call him a bad fighter. Just do I think he's UFC level? No. I think he's very mid at best. Like, he has the most experience here at 13-3, so he's a veteran. Again, I think he's the oldest dude here as well. But yeah, he's just the lightweight bracket for this Road UFC season was fucking terrible. The guys that they wanted to go all the way lost. Don Marfan beating one of them. Um, I think not Kim, but I think who Kim beat the other one. So this bracket fell the fuck apart. Now we got these two, which again I think Don Marfan is good. You know, he's not exciting. His only two losses are to Quill and Salkilled, and I think he will be keeping it that way Saturday, getting a win here against Sang Kim. I just think he's better. I think he's gonna be able to implement his same grappling strategy, lay on him, and get the win. So give me Don more fun here, and what is, in my opinion, the easiest one of these four fights to pick, and probably the weakest of them all in terms of entertainment value. But I do think Don Marfan could be an alright prospect at lightweight, even if he's ungodly terrible to watch. He should. It's not terrible, and yeah, decided. It's just for meme purposes. Street Buddha versus Frogman. How do you not love it? Yeah, give me Don Fan here, and the easiest one of these four to pick. So, not very much else to say there. Let me fix my headset real quick. Sorry, I'll be back. And now let's move to our featured early prelim. Not gonna waste much time here because now we get to the shit portion of the card. I'll just show all of this. This again is just a perfect resemblance to the problem with this card. Beginning with the featured early prelim, beginning the UFC portion of the card, not the road to UFC portion. We have Khan Awfully versus Yiza. Yeah, not gonna waste much time here. Yiza should win this pretty easily. He's better. Khan Awfully is shit. I don't care that he beat Hikaru Hamos. Hikaru Hamos is a fucking joke. I'm not saying I think much of Yiza, but I think he should beat Khan Awfully pretty soundly. He's just better. Again, Khan Awfully fucking sucks. And yeah, give me Yiza pretty easily. Not really much else to say there. Khan Awfully's really only here because he is friends with Volk. He carries Volkanovski's bags or what the fuck ever, so yeah, he should win this, and yeah, he's just better. So that says a lot when Yiza's hands down better than you, because I don't think he's that good, but he should win this, and yeah, pretty simple. Next, the only other decent prelim on this card outside the road to UFC fights to begin the prelims, and somehow not the featured prelim for whatever fucking reason. We have Johnson McAuliffe versus Obon Elliott. Well, I talked about this fight before when it was booked for the Alberg Reyes card a few months back. Now it's happening here. Hopefully Obum doesn't run away and pull out again. This is usually the best prelim outside the road to UFC fights. And yeah, it should be a win for Johnson McAuliffe. He was the underdog the first time this was booked. I think he's the favorite now, which he should be. Kid looked good in his debut against, was it Kevin Jusey? So he looked really good there. Now fighting Oban, another shitty fighter. Oban coming off getting fraud checked against Sang Kim, which is aging good, but still Oban kind of sucks. And I guess the writing was on the wall for that when he was struggling with Val Woodburn and Basil Hafez. So, but yeah, McAuliffe should win this fight. He's much better. Like, I think he's gonna be anything special. No, I don't think he's on the level of a prospect like Salkilled or even some contender or road to UFC guys. But I think he's much better than Obum Elliott, and I think he should be able to win this fight. So, give me McAuliffe. I picked him when this fight was first, but now when it was first booked for the Alberg card, I'm still picking him here. So. I'm actually a little upset he's not the underdog anymore because him winning would make me look smart if he was the underdog still, but he's probably the favorite now and he should win, so give me McAuliffe to get the win here. What else say? Oh bum, oh fraud Elliott. Yes, writing was on the wall. Keep pretending to be Chael Sonnen, buddy. You never will be. Next, the worst fight on this goddamn card, and you know that actually says a lot. And when you really think about it, you have Jacob Malkoun versus Torres Finney. I don't fucking know or care. I have a weird feeling Finney's gonna win this fight. I don't see Malkoun beating him. Malkoun sucks. Has no striking. Grappling suck. And he's a fine wrestler, but the only thing he's good at, Finney can do whatever I want. I think his cardio's a little bit better. Malkoun's fucking terrible. I think it's his first fight in a long time too. Yeah, this fight's garbage. There's gonna be two wrestlers hanging on the cage for 15 minutes, and yeah, if they do strike, neither knows how to throw a goddamn punch. So, and yeah, I don't even know whether the UFC would book this. So, I guess I'm picking Torres Finney. Don't fucking want to, but I think he is probably the better fighter here somehow. And yeah, pretty basic. Not really much else to say. Shit fight, shit fighters. Hope Malkoun wins. And there you go. Pretty simple. I haven't done a biased pick yet this year. To give it time, I should have done time with Gaethje. Maybe I should do with Malkoun here, but I give it time. Wait till Ian Gary or Bilal fights again. Then we'll give it right back to picking biased. Or more than likely. Unless Ian Gary fights JDM, then I'll pick that honestly. Maybe I'll try and just pick honestly this year for most of it. We'll fucking see. So hopefully I don't do O'Malley and Young. Actually, I might pick Yonder. That's a different story. Next, so speaking of tomato cans, doesn't get, somehow the Ease Off fight is better than two of these fights. That says a fucking lot. Next we have in the co-main of the prelims, Cam Ralston versus Cody Brundage. I wonder who's gonna win this one. Yeah, give me Cam Ralston easily. Cody Brundage is garbage. I don't even think Cam Ralston's any good, but compared to Cody Brundage, he looks like fucking a world beater. Anyone does. Yeah, Cam Ralston should win this fight. He's better, which says a lot when you're way worse than Cam fucking Ralston. But that's Cody Brundage for you, the man who was on UFC 300 somehow. Yeah, give me Ralston pretty easily. Not much to say. I doubt anyone can disagree there. Probably the easiest prelim to pick, and yeah, but it could be one of those fights where Brundage flukes his way to a win or some shit. So who knows? Who cares? Ralston should win next. And then we end the prelims with a fucking dud of all dud fights. At least Justin Taffer retired, because then we'd see both those fat fucks on this card. But instead we had his little brother who tried to lose weight and is still shitty at fighting. We have then the prelims at light heavyweight. Junior Tafa versus Billy Elakana. Yeah, great featured prelim guy is way better than Mikhail and Oban. I'm giving you a middle finger. Bless me, I'm allergic to shitty fights. Yeah, Billy Elakana should win this easily. Junior Tafa just hits hard about it. Elakana is actually the much better fighter, and I don't even think he's much of Elakana outside of being very mid, but he is the much better fighter here. If he really wanted to, he could use grappling and win this even easier, but he probably is going to beat him on the feet easily. Elakana knows enough basics to probably walk the floor with Tafa, whose only fucking game plan is throw punch really hard and miss. So, give me Elakana pretty fucking easily. I don't think getting chin checked by Junior Tafa, and yeah, not much to say there. And yeah, that's the prelims. They are piss poor, and that's the nicest way I could describe them. Yeah, the Road to UFC fights are decent, especially these two, and actually I think all four are pretty decent. And you got shit, but actually like the third best fight here, the best fight here, garbage, And so, yeah, it's not great at all. Again, this right here is just a picture of how awful this card is, and yeah, I don't know what else to really say there. So yeah, sure, a lot of you. The good thing was this card, outside of, I would say, the rainbow fight, I guess the three, I would say, are the ones that don't fit this description. Every other fight's pretty easy to pick. This is easy, this is easy, easy. This is a little difficult, easy and easy. So I would say at least, what, one, two, three, four, bare minimum, you should have 5 correct picks by the end of the prelims. And if you went perfect, I wouldn't be fucking surprised. Um, or if I went perfect, actually, I would be surprised if I ever went perfect. I did once by pure luck, but yeah, you should have at least have 5 right by then. Unless I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, which is usually the case. Yeah, a lot of these are pretty simple to predict, so yeah, we'll see though, and hopefully they, bare minimum in these terrible fights, they at least try and fight and give us something entertaining. So as bad as I have hope, always. Let's get to the main card. Beginning with the probably the second best fight on the main card, I should say a lot, and first of many lightweight fights on this card. We have to begin the main card. Quillian Salkilled versus Jamie Malarkey. Well, Wrong Jew had the right idea and said, fuck that, I ain't fighting Salkilled. And now it's Jamie Malarkey's job. Yeah, I don't need to spoil. I hate to spoil something so early in the week, but I'll say now, Quillian Salkilled is the walk of the night. If he doesn't put Malarkey through the fucking canvas in 2 minutes, then there's an issue. He should knock out Malarkey so fucking easily. It's not even funny. No bullshit. Him not being like minus 2,000 is a goddamn crime. Yeah, this is a layup. Respect to Malarkey for stepping in, but a dude who has no chin and is as slow as fucking dirt against Quillian Salkilled, who just put Nazar Hakparas through the goddamn canvas. Yeah, I think I know who's gonna win this fight. Give me Quillian pretty fucking easily. Lock of the night. Hopefully performs better than Adiba Gutierrez. And yeah, give me Quillian, the rookie of the year in 2025. I think he's gonna be ranked in 2026, champion 2027. Never know. Kid's good. I think his fucking floor is a top 10 guy. We'll find out. Hopefully, after this, he gets a top fight, maybe against. Who's in top 15? Dariush? That'd be good. Yeah, do that. So, we'll talk about that on Sunday. There you go. Next, the pathetic fight of the main card, which I would love tomorrow when I do the card fixing. I would love to put this fight on the prelim, but it's just a shame that nothing here would, I still might, as we have in our second fight of the main card. A pathetic excuse for everything you can think of. We have Tai Tuivasa versus Talishin Teixeira. Oh joy. A 5-fight losing streak, Tai Tuivasa versus Derek Lewis, this tall bitch. Yeah, give me Teixeira fucking easily. He should retire or at least send Tuivasa to BKFC. I said it on Sunday, I'll say it again. I will not be fucking shocked if Tai Tuivasa misses weight. And that is sad. That's a fucking possibility. But I truly believe I won't be shocked at all if he missed weight. Like, he, man. Yeah. For as terrible as Teixeira is, he should be able to not get his chin cracked and just beat Tuivasa pretty easily. Hate to say it. I know, I'm tired of Tuivasa. They usually babying him. If he loses this, he has to get cut, or he'll just retire, one or the other. And yeah, give me Teixeira fucking easily. What else is there to really say? I think so little of Talishin Teixeira, but even I can fucking say this is a layup for him. So give me Talishin to get a fucking easy win here. Not really Much else to say. And then we get to the other lightweight fights, the big lightweight fights on the card, quote, quote. Beginning with the featured bout of the main card, Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Rufy. Yeah, Fiziev should win this easily. Rufy is garbage. Fiziev is better, should use his grappling and win. Yeah, give me Fiziev. Not much to say. Even for as mid as Fiziev looked in the last 2 or 3 fights, he should still beat Rufy pretty fucking easily. So, yeah, give me Fiziev. I'm not gonna waste much time on it. Not gonna waste much time on Benoit's bitch known as Rufy. And, yeah, not much to say. Fiziev easily. Next. Speaking of easy picks, our co-main event of the evening, the second easy and third easy. Now it is second easiest fight to pick on the main card, and if we take out Salcode, it would be the easiest fight to pick on the main card. We have in our co-main event of the evening a fight that could be really fun for as short as it lasts. We have in the co-main Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Yeah, Benoit's gonna do awful things to Dan. Yeah, he's gonna beat him fucking senseless. Hooker coming back, what, 3 months? Not even after Armand broke his nose and beat him. He looked terrible in that fight. Now he's fighting Benoit, who's on fire. Yes, beating cans, but still. Yeah, Benoit's gonna crush Hooker like it's nothing. Pretty fucking basic there, not really most to really describe there. Could Hooker pull one out of his ass? Yeah, I guess, but I don't even know how he would. I don't think he's gonna be able to be the better fighter over 3 rounds. He's not gonna finish Benoit. He's like, can't grapple. So it's not like a Gomrod situation where, oh yeah, he's a much better striker. He's literally worse everywhere. So yeah, giving Benoit pretty fucking easily to get the win here. Not really the most to it. He should win. Yeah. You know, if Salcode was on the card, there's a strong possibility Benoit would be a lock. It'd be Benoit, and maybe it would be Don Marfan, to be honest. But more than likely, it'd probably be Benoit. And, yeah, he's going to win this easily, so not really much else to say there. Sorry, Dan, but yeah, I think BKFC is going to be waiting for you. Because, yeah, you're fucking done, bud. And then that leaves us with one more fight, the first real title fight of the year, because obviously an interim title fight's not a real fight for a title. We have a fight no one fucking asked for or wanted for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. We have a rematch no one wanted, and we all know it should be Lerone Murphy. Instead, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. Like I will always say of this fight, I hate talking crap on this fight and these guys, because who doesn't love Volk? Who doesn't love Diego? Two of the most likable dudes in the sport. Volk, that funny bald man who cooks. Diego, just a great guy and fighter. But we also gotta call a spade when it's due to be called one. And yeah, this fight fucking sucks. Their first fight less than a year ago was shit, and their second fight a year later is undeserved. Diego, great Gene win, just should have had one more. If Diego was stepping in for like Lerone or Evoyev, cool. But it's like, what the fuck is the point of this? I get it, we would love to see Diego win the belt, I don't know anyone who wouldn't. But can he at least earn the shot at it again? The dude would beat Yair or fucking someone like that. Like, it's not like he needs to be handed a title shot. He can earn it. He beat James Silva. But you could have had him beat Sterling or the Law or fucking Yair. But instead, you fucking give him the shot now when Lerone and Evoyev are right fucking there. Whatever. for Volk, I forgot he's even still champion. I think he's like 37 now. He's still good. He looked fine against Diego the first fight. I think he's gonna lose when he fights Lerone or if he fights Gene because I just don't think he has the ability to win those fights anymore. But against Diego, a guy who he can beat, like we saw a year ago, and all Volk has done for the last year is rest up. Diego had a tough fight with Gene Silva, where it comes down to like, can Diego win this fight? Of course. All Diego needs to do is crack that old fucking chin. But that was all you need to do in the first fight. He couldn't do that either. So yeah, give me Volk and still probably much like the first fight, maybe a hair better. But I think overall Volk should win again. Would love to see Diego win, even though it would be undeserved. And like maybe Volk finally retires. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but either way, it's just like, why are we doing this? I don't want to shine Diego Lopez, but it's like, why the fuck is he getting an undeserved title shot? It's Diego. He would have got one more win if you fucking gave him one more fight, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, Volk should win again, more than likely. And, yeah, what are we really saying? We'll see if I change that opinion come fight night or pick time. Because part of me is like, I would like to see Diego win. I mean, and I would like to see Diego win. I might pick Diego. But it's also like, yeah, Volk should probably do what Volk does and beat him again. And that did prove how stupid this fight was, so. And what if Diego wins? Do we do a fucking trilogy? It's a fucking can of worms. So, give me Volk out right now, you know? Maybe I'll change to Diego, because I would love to see Diego win. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and that's about that, so. Not really much else to it. That's my thoughts and picks for the card, and not giving you the way I think they will win. Yeah, those are my picks for most of the fights. Some of them might change, but as of right now, that's most of them. Most of them are for sure not even a debate. A few of them are a debate. And, yeah, not really too much else to say. If you want to know who to pick against now, there you go. Yeah, you know, funny enough, if you did everything, if you picked everyone, I picked to lose. Lots of you won 3-8. Maybe I do know my shit a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And there you go. Not very much else to say. Still think this card is terrible. Still think this main event stupid, but it is what it is. And yeah, pretty simple. Not very much else to say. And there you go. I swear I felt like I went an hour, but guess not. I guess when I only talk to myself for a goddamn hour, I guess this is the outcome. So, but yeah, there you go. Not really much else to say there. 325. What else can I say? We talked about the rankings update, which were really minor. Talked about the fucking fight news. Not really anything crazy, but decent. And we topped off with about 325. Yeah, it's still a shit card, but whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun week. And yeah, we hope everyone's having a good week so far. Let's continue, shall we? I'll be live again on Friday for the pre-party, after-party hangover, Saturday and Sunday, so that'll be fun. So you break down and recap Friday and Saturday, or Friday and Sunday, and there'll be a short out, probably not long from now, maybe in a few hours, like maybe another hour or two, maybe, we'll see. Definitely one or two tomorrow, and then probably Friday and Saturday, I would imagine. We'll see though. More than likely I'll be it, and yeah, not really much else to say there. New week, second fight week of the year. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm excited, and we'll see what happens. So, not really too much else to say. Fights are back in full force. Gotta love it, and see what happens. So, not looking forward to the card this week too much because I think it sucks. But fights are fights. We'll watch it. I'm excited, and yeah, stay warm. maybe through the rest of the week, live again on Friday, and yeah, I'll probably talk to myself more on Friday, because no one fucking shows up to these, but whatever. Whatever. Same schedule every week, same bat time. I guess some shit's too difficult for people to understand, so whatever. That's what it is. And yeah, that's about that. So not very much else to say outside of. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, comment, subscribe to unsubscribe by the end of 2026. As always, I'm Miranda saying the I believe I am, because I've only talked to myself for 50 minutes, so it's hard to forget anything. As always. Is there anything else to say? Nah. As always, Oryx out. Good vibes only. And